I'm in the picture, Emma. Well, I gotta get up to move this chair. You sit down now. Am I good?
Good.
Okay.
Hey everyone.
Hello. How about them boys?
Yes, how about them Cowboys? You see, we got on our gear today.
Yes, indeed.
You know, we not new to it, we true to it, but how about them Cowboys? It was a wonderful, wonderful day to watch them win and win big after such a disappointing week on last week. But I think they taught us all something. You know, you can come back strong after whatever disappointment there may be. But today, let's talk about holiday stress. Do the holidays bring you stress?
Well, I tell you, I think the holidays bring us joy and stress. And it brings us joy because we like the festivities, we like being around family and friends. We just like the whole general concept of a holiday. But sometimes the holidays bring us stress because we try to do too much and we don't plan ahead. And then sometimes it brings us stress because we're dealing with different things. We're dealing with sometimes grief. We're dealing with family members that are no longer with us. Sometimes we're dealing with money, you know, the lack of. So the holidays can bring us a lot of different things. Some of the things we want to do and we can't do. But what you have to realize is that the holidays are there for us to have just a change, for us to be able to get together and bond with our community, with our friends, with our family, and to just bring on, I guess, a different setting for us. So don't just get too wound up over it, and don't expect everything to be the same as it was last year, or the year before, or the year before that, because things change. One of the things I think you have to realize is if you're in growing families, particularly, that growing kids, adult kids, I should say, have their own families, and sometimes they're not able to visit with you, particularly if they live out of state or out of the city. Even if they live in the city, if you have girls, they're probably gonna hang with you. If you have boys, they're gonna go where their wives want to go, if their families are not local, if their families are someplace else. So just kind of understand that and learn to communicate with them via phone, text, video, just however. But try not to let that be a constant for you, a constant reminder, or a constant for you being unhappy about it, because really you've had your days, and those are the days that you have to really look for, and you'll have more. So just kind of think along those lines.
And I think that sometimes we set ourselves up with unrealistic expectations about what the holidays should be. Have realistic expectations that are for you. Like my mom just said, sometimes your family can't be with you. They may be out of town, or they may choose to spend the holiday somewhere else. And that's okay. Don't allow that to bring you so far down that you can't enjoy the holidays for yourself. You know, having realistic expectations also means if you're in that space to where you're just not feeling it and you need to sit some gatherings out, go ahead and sit them out. That's okay. Holiday grief is real. Holiday depression is real. So many people get so depressed, you know, more so during the holidays for a variety of reasons. But I think it's important that we remember that everyone's not the same, and just because they don't show up to a particular, for a particular invitation for a party or what have you, just check on them. Make sure that they're doing okay, because the reason they don't show up may not have anything to do with you at all. So Don't immediately get an attitude for them for declining your invitation or for not coming. Just check on them, because holiday depression is real. Grief is very real. I find myself sometimes just really, really missing all the family members that we've lost. I miss them all the time, but it seems like I miss them even more so during the holiday season, because while the memories sustain me and they're wonderful memories, sometimes the memories make me a little bit sad, because I think about how we were such a loud and just vibrant live family, and we're still all those things, but we're just missing so many faces that we'd love to have with us, but God didn't see it the same way. Another thing that you have to remember: don't overspend. That goes back to those realistic expectations. Sometimes we have unrealistic expectations about the gifts that we want to give. Don't get caught up in the gift giving. Don't get caught up in spending beyond your budget. And if this is a year where you just don't have it, you just don't have it, and that's okay not to have it.
Well, spending also is a big deal, as she mentioned. But see, that's if you overspend, it will stay with you past the holiday season, depending on how you're paying for those gifts. But it's really not how big your gift is; it's how big your heart is. So don't worry about spending a lot of money on big, fantastic gifts that you can't afford, because you can't buy those. You can't buy affection with gifts. And so, however people feel about you today, they're going to feel the same way about you after you give them that gift. So just try to acknowledge your feelings, and in acknowledging your feelings, take some time out to actually, I guess, analyze your feelings. Why are my feelings so down? Sometimes I feel down and I have no idea why. So take some time to just analyze things, and then maybe take a pen and paper or something out, or your iPad or something, and just write down some things that are making you feel blue. And it may not be the holidays. It may just be a time in your life right now where you're just feeling unhappy or down, or don't know why you're unhappy. It may not have any direct response to what's going on in your life right now. Sometimes we just get despondent, and just know that that's a reality, that's real. But if you can't get out of that funk, you need to seek help, and don't be afraid to seek help. A lot of times when we seek help, it's not that we have to go to a therapist. If you need a therapist, that's fine, but seek a friend that can hold your confidence and keep your secrets. Everybody's not a secret keeper. So find somebody that you can actually talk to, and give you some advice, or just not necessarily just what to do and when to do it, but to listen and then to make suggestions. So just take it a little bit at a time. That's what you have to do during the holiday season. And then the other thing is plan ahead. Plan ahead, stay organized, and get prepared. If you are the person that's hosting Thanksgiving or Christmas or whatever, start. If you're the one doing the cooking, start cooking early. Some of the things that you prepare can be prepared in advance. So do that, and then try not to get overwhelmed. If you wait till the last minute, you will truly get overwhelmed with things, because you want this family coming in. You want things to be great. You got this good setting. You want to have everything up and out, but just take it easy. Put dates to what you're gonna do. In other words, if Monday is the date that I'm gonna flock a tree or something, or if Wednesday is gonna be the day I'm gonna cook cornbread for the dressing. Don't try to wait and do all that stuff the night before. I know that looks well on TV, but that can totally stress you out.
It works.
Because we have a lot more things in our lives rather than just sitting up before a TV camera and going through all of that. So just pace yourself. That's what I'm saying.
And I think just accept there are some people to where this time of the year is just not for them. They don't care for it. They don't like it for whatever reason. It's just not for them. And that's okay. Don't, judge them in a certain manner just because they don't enjoy that. Now, I love the holidays, okay? I am one of these serial decorate early for Christmas kind of people. I love Thanksgiving too, but I love Christmas decorations. And part of the reason is that is just looking, gazing at my lights on my Christmas tree. That just calms me. That gives me peace. And that's my peace. But that's okay if it's not someone else's. And I think we just have to remember everybody doesn't have family. So if you know you have a friend or an associate or acquaintance, somebody who you know they're alone, invite them out, talk to them, check on people. Because this is the time right here to where they may feel lower than low, but they're not going to let you know it. But it's up to you to be a good friend and check on them and make sure they're okay. And if they're alone and you know they're alone, they may want that, and that's okay too. But just extend the invitation so that you'll know that you've done your part in trying to make sure that they're able to have a nice holiday season as well.
Yeah, we always have extended family. I mean, we have we probably have as much extended family as we have our real immediate families. So just invite people over. Share, in other words, share your blessings with them, and you will, I think, enjoy things more. And then the other thing I would suggest you do is be realistic. Uh, if this year is not the year that you really want to entertain, we're still in the pandemic, and if this is where you feel that I am just not comfortable with people being in my home because I don't know everything there is to know about what's going on, just be honest about it and say we're not celebrating this year. We want to wish everybody well, but we're not having friends over nor family this year. And we've done that the first year of the pandemic. We did not have, we always have a big shebang of people from, like I said, our family or anybody else's family that want to come or whatever. We always had just a big a big group of people, I should say. But the first year of the pandemic, we did not do that. We didn't have people in our homes. And the only people that celebrated with us was just the four of us, me and Sonia McKenzie and Antar and Bill. I guess that's five, but anyway. But those are the only people that we were around because we knew our circumstances. We knew the protection level that we had taken. And so, but the rest of our family did the same thing. They stayed within their own homes and celebrated. And we talked on the phone, etc. Still had a good time.
Zoom, we did Zoom,
yeah. And so no one was unhappy about it. And so if you still feel that way, that's fine because you're the only person that can
determine your own comfort level.
That's right, determine your own comfort zone. So, and that's okay. Whatever you decide, it's okay. I've learned to say it's okay. I got that from my granddaughter Mackenzie. She'll say it's okay.
It's okay.
It's okay.
And it is okay.
So she taught me that, and I just go, oh, it's okay. Just move with it, roll with it, and just go from there. And then one thing too, if you are going to, I use our family as an example, because we rotate our holidays. Everybody's got a holiday they're responsible for. Somebody's responsible for Christmas. Somebody's responsible for Thanksgiving. Somebody's responsible for anyway. All the holidays are designated for someone in the family. So here's the thing: eat a little snack before you go. So you don't walk in.
You're not in the house all hungry, and then you grumpy because the food is not ready, and we trying everything we can to get it ready. So just eat a snack so you don't come in there hungry, because then all you thinking about is when is the food going to get ready. And y'all know sometimes it takes a little while, especially if you get behind, which we've been known to do, and try to do everything in one day. But yeah, that's a good one. Eat a little snack so you're not in there.
And you have hors d'oeuvres, but you don't really know how many people are coming and all, and those go, and then everybody's looking around. I'm ready to eat. I'm hungry. I'm hungry. I was in the doctor's office last week, and it was almost a major knockdown because the lady was in there to have, she was in there for a stress test, and she had to fast before taking the stress test. And the doctor's office was running behind, and she started talking about how hungry she was. She stirred her daughter up, and I thought we were gonna have to call security because they started cutting up so bad. Well, in her case, she couldn't eat a snack. But for the holidays, you can get those same kind of interactions to take place when people get hungry. 'Cause there is no, like they
They
say,
say, yeah.
when they get
And
hungry.
this is another thing for holidays. If your family likes to partake in, some extra spirits, please monitor that. Don't go to anybody's house and just get too drunk to where you are disruptive. Okay? Don't do that, because a lot of times a good time is messed up because somebody's just got a little too full. They didn't have any bad intentions, but it turned out bad because they could not handle what they chose to drink that was different from iced tea or Coca-Cola or whatever it is you typically have for people to drink. So keep those things in mind. Just make sure that you have realistic expectations. You set yourself or your guest up to just be stressed out. Don't overspend, even when it comes to what you are cooking. Don't overspend. Don't overspend trying to prepare food. Don't overspend trying to purchase gifts. Just do you.
Yeah, and this year everything is really expensive in the stores, so you might want to just kind of not serve the same things that you've been serving. You might want to look for alternatives because on television this whole time they've been telling you different alternatives you can use.
It's okay not to have a turkey. I know everybody's like, we need to have a turkey, but we've had different themes before, when it comes to what we eat for holiday dinners. Some people liked it, some people didn't. But, try some new things. Sometimes that can help, especially with holiday depression, holiday grief. Keep your same traditions, but it's okay to start new ones also.
Well, speaking of that, Kroger have turkeys 69 cents a pound now. So if you get in there early, you can get a big bird. I saw one in there, so it's a big bird for 69 cents a pound.
Okay, so y'all better get on into Kroger right now, because I'm telling you, these turkeys going fast. There's a supply chain shortage, all those kinds of things. So we just want to jump on here today and just let everybody know, happy holidays. We know this is the time that brings about great joy for many families, but we also know it's a time that brings about a lot of depression for many people too. And we want you to know that you're not alone. And if you need to reach out to somebody, please don't hesitate to do that, and enjoy your holidays.
One other thing before we go, learn to say no.
Yes.
If you don't put yourself in that bound and say, why did I do that? I really can't afford it. I don't have the time. Just say no. You don't have to say yes to everything. And if you're saying yes and it's going to have you feeling all awkward and low and disappointed later,
Broke.
if you said broke, after you said yes, just be mindful of these little tips we're giving you, and just say, it's all right to say no.
And it's okay to sit it out.
Yeah, it is. And it's okay to say yes if that's what you really want to do. Just do you. That's the thing. Do you.
Okay, well, happy holidays, everybody.
We'll
Do
see you again. Yeah.